Welcome to Lifestyle Matters. I'm Marilyn Moore. As we know, rain and water are an integral part to living and farming here in the Central Valley. And as the seasons and climate starts to change, that means that we have to be prepared for rainfall. So we have Alan Hofmann here from the Fresno Metropolitan Flood Control District, and he's going to give us some tips on how to prepare for rainfall. Alan, thanks for joining us.
Hi, nice to be here. Thanks for having me.
Always nice to have you. And as we know, rain is a big part. We need it, but we need to be prepared for rainfall. So why is it so important that we are prepared?
Well, this is the time of season when leaves are going to start falling out of the trees onto the streets, and those are potential things to block our storm drainage system. So we just want residents to know that they could help us and keep flooding to a minimum by picking up their leaves and things in there that might flow out onto the street and cause debris and plugging of our inlets.
So the leaves is what clogs up the drains and causes the flooding.
Yeah, so, during the summer when there's very little flow in our gutters, those will go into the inlets. Many times gardeners will push the stuff down into our inlets and it builds up, and so it can clog all of our inlets. So we just ask residents to be mindful of that, and if they keep their front yards cleaned up, it'll protect their property.
So keeping your front yard cleaned up and making sure that those leaves don't go into the storm drains. And I mean, that's something that they should be very mindful of on top of everything else, because that could really affect our rainwater.
Yeah, leaves, but mostly trash and debris, all of that has a potential for going into the ponding basins, and our ponding basins are a source. We recharge that water down into our groundwater, so has a potential for pollution also.
So the rainwater flows into the ponding basins, and let's talk a little bit more about that, because I know we've talked about that before, and those are those big basins of water that we see here around town.
Yeah, the Fresno area has designed a lot of ponding basins. We have over 150 of them, and that's what collects all of our storm water, and we put it all in one place, and we try to hold on to that because water's so precious, and then we try to recharge it down in our groundwater. But it's a source of pollution of the groundwater too, unless we take care of that water that's put into the basins.
And how easy is it to really contaminate the water? I mean, are you seeing that there's an increase in contamination, or are the residents doing a good job?
Well, I think we've been trying to educate them for a number of years, and I think people are aware of what they should be doing. We just want more people to tell their neighbors they shouldn't be, changing their oil out on the street, and they should clean it up so that we don't pollute the water.
And, gutters is a big thing. What if we see, gutters are clogged? What should we do?
So if people do see things out in the gutter that they don't know what it is, or it just doesn't seem suspicious, then they should call the Fresno Flood Control District, and we will actually go out, send somebody out to take a look at it and determine what it is and try to help them clean it up. And
how often should we really be cleaning up our gutters?
Well, really anytime there's leaves. I mean, most gardeners do once or twice a week, and so if people were to go out there and clean their gutters and put that stuff in their receptacles instead of allowing it just to sit, that would really help us.
And what about if we see some of the inlets are clogged and they're not draining properly? What can we do in that instance?
So again, if they call the flood control district, if it appears to not be functioning like they would normally expect water to be going down the inlet, then we would ask that they would call us. And again, we'll respond and take a look at it and make sure our system's working properly.
Again, Alan, I want to go over everything because rainfall comes. We just think, oh, this is great, we have rain. But there's a bigger picture here. So why is it important that we're educated and know that rainfall is coming and what we should be doing?
So it's important that we can collect that water and not have it sit on the streets and cause potentially property damage. So we want people to know that they're helping us, and we're trying to get rid of the water and be the public resource to get rid of water and put it into our ponding basins and protect the community.
And what are those certain things, again, that people should be doing and monitoring on their house?
So if they can make sure that they don't have debris or litter around, or that they're picking up the leaves and different things out of the street and putting them away before rain, not applying fertilizers and herbicides that are going to wash out into the street. If they'll do all that, they're really helping to protect their groundwater.
Awesome. And we can see all of that on the website, get more information there.
Yeah, on FresnoMetroH2O.com.
I like that. Thank you so much, Alan, for joining us. And viewers, you've been watching Lifestyle Matters. I'm Marilyn Moore. We've been speaking with Alan from the Fresno Metropolitan Flood Control District, and just how important it is to know that rainfall is coming and what we can be doing to help not contaminate that rainwater.